All right, everyone. So previously we focused on defining integers and making sure basic strings were defined in Python. So now what we'll be doing is diving a little bit more deep with strings. So as last time I showed, what we can do is say procoder, and if I just say multiply this 5 times, and then I'll get the same string 5 times. But what we also saw, what we can't do is do things like divided by 3. That doesn't make sense. You can't add or subtract to it as well. So what you can also do is you can add two strings together. So if I just define two separate strings here, one of them is broke and another one of them is addition sign in between, and another one of them is coder, and if I now add them, they get concatenated together. That is the technical term. It's spelled concatenation. That is the technical term for joining any two strings. So once you've done that, what you should also know is you can directly add two variables as well, like the way we did here, if both of them were separated into different variables as well. And now what we'll actually look at is writing an actual program in IDLE. So how do you write a program in IDLE? Why can't we actually write programs here is the reason because this is a temporary shell. Imagine I define a value here that says maybe 155. Hold on. The value is supposed to remember 155, and if I call it, it will say 155. If I ask it to print value, it will still say 155. Once I close this, and if I again go ahead and open my IDLE, now what? And if I now type value, I will get nothing. There is nothing. That's gone because the shell is only supposed to be for temporary checking. It's supposed to be for quick checking. It's not meant for long term. So how to start a new file is you just go into file and you can click on new file, or the shortcut is Control N, and whatever code you write here and save will be saved for your use later on. We won't be using that for now, but whatever you write here works here as well. So let's say if we want to write a simple program that asks the user's input. So if you want to ask for user input, what you can say is just say input parentheses. Now within these parentheses, what you need to provide is within double quotes a prompt for the user, like what should the user see when they are being asked to enter the input. So if I say here enter your name, and if I hit enter, it'll ask me enter your name, and whatever I enter will be taken in and it will be displayed here. But whatever I entered here, the value that I entered here isn't stored anywhere. So if I want to store it somewhere, what I can say is name equals input. All I have to do is assign it to a variable and the variable stores it. If I say enter name, yeah, okay, I messed that up. Hold on. If I say name input enter name, and now if it asks my name, if I say broke coder, and it's stored now. So how can I check it out? I can just hit name and it shows me that the name broke coder is saved now. What you can also do is you can check out the length of whatever the name the user gave in. So I can do len of name and I have 11. That's how long this name is, broke coder. And what I can also do is I can check out the type of the variable, like what is the type of the variable, and it will return you it's of the class string. That means because in Python everything is a class, so it just says that name is an object or is an instance. It is a type of a string. Now if let's say if you want to write a program that actually does that, what you can do is go here and just save your file somewhere. I'll just save it at the desktop for now as tempo.py, and what I can do here is say name equals input enter name, and I can say print your name is, I can say your name is, and when I want to enter multiple things in Python inside one print statement, what I can do is write the first thing and then separate them by using a comma. So when I hit a comma and if I write the variable's name here, whatever the name that was entered is stored in this variable, and if I now try to check it out and if I print it, I get that. So I write this much, I save the file, and you can hit F5 on your keyboard to run, or you can go here and you can manually run it, and it will run here in this shell, and it asks me enter a name, and if I say a name John, and it prints me your name is John. And be sure to check out the next video in the tutorial series.